Since it is February, of course I decided to go ask freshmen about Black History Month.
Hello Patriots, we are here today for the 2018 Surgenor Truth Lecture with guest speaker Sybrina Fulton.
My name is Valerie Preactor. Here is this week's sports report.
I'm your host Rosemary and welcome to On the Couch. This is our first episode of 2018. New year, new beginnings, and new celebrity gossip.
Good evening, Patriots, and welcome back to Mason Cable News. We're excited to bring you the news as it forms every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. I'm Kirsten Robinson.
And I'm Alexis Whitted. Mason grad student Jacqueline Ingros speaks frequently at education events around the D.C. region to emphasize the importance of pursuing a postgraduate degree, despite life obstacles that come with it. Ingros is a lifelong epileptic who developed Lyme disease while at a small liberal arts school during her undergraduate years. Despite being told to take time off from school, Ingros transferred to Mason, where she found a supportive community of professors and administrators who helped her graduate on time and on the dean's list. Now a master's student at Mason's Schar School of Policy and Government, Ingros is an active advocate of graduate school and makes frequent speeches about Mason to prospective students to inspire them to achieve their goals.
Hosted by the Office of Women and Gender Studies at George Mason, in collaboration with other departments such as African American Studies, Miss Sybrina Fulton was featured as the guest speaker at this year's Sojourner Truth Lecture. Our very own Raven Royal has more from Monday's event.
Hello Patriots, we are here today for the 2018 Surgenor Truth Lecture with guest speaker Sybrina Fulton, mother of Trayvon Martin. Today she will be speaking about her book, Rest in Power, The Enduring Life of Trayvon Martin. Sponsored by Women in Gender Studies and African American Studies, this event takes place every year in February to honor a Black woman whose work and life exemplifies a commitment to the principles embodied by Sojourner Truth. During the lecture, Ms. Fulton spoke about police brutality, gun violence, and mental health.
I don't understand people killing people who they don't even know, they've never met. That is not only a mental issue, but that's also hatred. And so we have a lot of underlying things here in this country that we have to address. We have to address the racial issue. We have to address mental issues. We have to address gun reform. All of those things we need to address.
Ms. Fulton also encouraged students at GMU to be the change the world needs.
That it's not going to be my generation that makes the change that's necessary. I think it's the young people. I absolutely think it's you all that's sitting in here that's going to make the necessary change.
After the end of the lecture portion of the event, the following groups in the Northern Virginia and Washington, D.C. area were recognized for their community efforts. Black Lives Matter D.C., Friends of Guest House, Leaders of a Beautiful Struggle, and Offender Aid and Restoration, also known as OAR. After the lecture, students waited anxiously in line for a photo op and a chance to buy a copy of Rest in Power, The Enduring Life of Trayvon Martin, signed by Miss Fulton. Reporting for Mason Cable News, I'm Raven Royal.
Listen up, rising college seniors. Graduate seniors are those enrolled as degree candidates in a graduate or professional school interested in public policy. The deadline for the Governor's Fellowship Program is fast approaching, due on March. Outstanding students going into public policy are strongly advised to apply as they'll obtain first-hand cabinet area experience and connections to all areas of government by interacting with the other fellows. Those who are selected for the program will work in one of the 15 departments in Governor Ralph Northam's office from June 4th to August 3rd, 2018. For more information and to apply, go to governor.virginia.gov/fellows. Now here's Brianna Sharp with this week's Freshman's Corner.
Hey y'all, thanks for tuning in to this week's segment of Freshman's Corner. I'm your host Brianna Sharp, coming to you from North Plaza. Since it is February, of course I decided to go ask freshmen about Black History Month. What does Black History Month mean to you?
I'm Katie. I'm a freshman here at Mason. Black History Month means an extremely important time for all people to come together of all different races to celebrate the achievements that we've made, and then also to reflect on all the terrible things that have happened to move forward in a positive way.
It means a lot to me. I have a bunch of friends that come from different races and cultures, and I honestly, like myself, I'm Romanian Hungarian, and I just embrace every culture that there is, and especially Black History Month. You know, I love the different aspects there is with it, and different history that comes with it and everything.
What does Black History Month mean to you?
Black History Month to me is really important because I'm biracial, and so it's a time where I get to just value the other half of me, and I can incorporate it into just my other cultures and other things that I'm about.
To me, Black History Month means a month where I can finally celebrate my own culture and not have to worry about people judging me about hairstyles, about Black people's history. It's just a time to actually celebrate my culture.
My name is Annalisa Salazar, and Black History Month means to me celebrating the culture of Black history, obviously, and just embracing how far we've come in history and where we are today.
To me, Black History Month means celebrating diversity.
Black History Month is a month where we can all celebrate our history because we aren't taught our history in school.
God's Plan by the one and only Dream.
It's a tough choice. There's a lot of songs. I mean, personally, I'm a huge fan of Kendrick Lamar at the moment.
I think the song by Beyonce, Freedom, is a big song. It's my favorite song. It was my senior quote. So yeah.
No.
Play Glory by Common and John Legend.
I guess celebration. Yeah. I don't know. It's celebration.
Thank you guys so much for watching this week's segment of Freshman's Corner. Don't forget to follow my social media down below, and don't forget to study for your midterms because guys, they're quickly approaching. Bye.
Join the Sisters of Alpha Phi Saturday, February 24th for their 11th annual Red Dress Gala. The gala will take place at the Sherwood Center from 6 to 9 p.m. to benefit the Alpha Phi Foundation. Their philanthropic focus in support of women's heart health brings awareness to women's heart disease as the #1 killer in North America. The event will include dinner, a silent auction, a raffle, and live performances. Tickets are $40 for regular admission and $30 for Mason students.
Mason alumna Dr. Sandra Kaufman is returning to campus on Thursday, February 22nd as the keynote speaker as part of the Engineers Week for the Bogdanov School of Engineering. Kaufman is the Deputy Director of the Earth Science Division in NASA's Science Mission Directorate. Engineers Week is an opportunity for students to engage in hands-on engineering outreach and to learn about the future of innovation. Kaufman will be speaking at George's in the JC from 2:30 to 3:30 p.m., followed by a reception.
The two-day Spring Career Fair began today at the lower level of the Johnson Center. Mason's biggest annual career fair provides an opportunity to come face-to-face with more than 150 local, regional, and national employers. The campus-wide fair features all opportunities for employment, including internships, co-ops, full and part-time jobs. Today's fair focused on STEM positions, that of science, technology, engineering, and math. Tomorrow will be non-STEM centered positions, such as public policy, communication, and many more. The event is free, and members of the Mason Nation, including alumni, are welcome.
Interested in learning about the diversity or lack thereof in film? The Equal Justice Policy Group of Roosevelt is hosting an event to raise awareness and promote a discussion on the issue of the lack of racial diversity in film. To help create a dialogue about this issue at Mason, Roosevelt will be hosting a panel discussion and short film screening on the subject. They will be screening a series of short films that are either directed by, written by, or star people of color. They hope that the event will bring both attention to the issue of racial diversity and representation in film and also be a celebration and acknowledgement of people of color's accomplishments in film. This will be in the JC Cinema next Thursday at 7 p.m.
The opioid crisis has become a focal point in politics, especially during the 2016 election. Come discuss the ongoing opioid crisis currently in Fairfax and what the county plans on doing to solve the crisis. The discussion will be in Meeting Room C in the Johnson Center on Thursday, February 22nd from 6 to 7 p.m. The Roosevelt organization will be hosting speaker Robin Wilson, a member of the Fairfax Opioid Task Force who has researched the systemic impact of increasing addiction rates in the county. Come out to learn and discuss what the county plans to do about the crisis.
Need to be caught up on the entertainment for this week? Here's Rosemary and DC with On the Couch. After, we'll have Valerie Preactor with the update on Mason sports. You're watching Mason Cable News.
Hello Patriots, I'm your host Rosemary DC and welcome to On the Couch. Thank you for tuning in and allowing me to be your source for entertainment news. Let's dive right into some of the latest Hollywood drama. For starters, after her performance of the national anthem at Sunday's NBA All-Star Game, Fergie proved that big girls actually do cry. I mean, did you see her performance? More importantly, did you see the reactions of the people in the crowd and the players? It was hilarious. The Fergalicious singer seemed like she was trying to mix a bit of jazz with the national anthem, and it didn't go so well. We definitely have not seen the national anthem performed this way, and fans did not love it. And how about her yelling, "Let's make some basketball" at the end of her performance? Yeah, we can totally make some basketball. After her interesting performance, the internet went crazy and critiques, memes, and uproar started rolling in. According to CNN on Monday, the singer released a statement saying, "I've been honored and proud to perform the national anthem, and last night I wanted to try something special for the NBA." The Black Eyed Peas singer then went on to say, "I am a risk taker artistically, but clearly this rendition didn't strike the intended tone." She then concluded by saying, "I love this country and honestly tried my best." Well, she definitely took the risk and ended up getting dragged on social media. Let's hope this doesn't destroy her music career. On to our next story of the day. Can we just talk about Drake's God's Plan music video? If you haven't seen it, you should definitely go watch it because I can almost guarantee it will put a smile on your face. Drake had a $1 million budget for this music video and gave all of it away. In the video, he's seen doing multiple acts of kindness. These aren't just regular acts of kindness. He's handing out stacks of cash to people on the street, providing a $50,000 scholarship to a student of the University of Miami, delivering tons of wrapped toys to children, surprising families with cars, and giving people shopping sprees. This was quite the music video, and the wonderful things Drake did probably saved people from debt, provided an education for them, and changed their lives. This music video has inspired people to participate in random acts of kindness and put smiles on people's faces. If you didn't have enough reasons to love Drake before, this music video should definitely be a good enough reason. For our last story of the day, the movie Black Panther has broken tons of records and is now known as the 5th biggest movie opening of all time. According to CNN, over the weekend, the film brought in an estimated over $360 million for its debut weekend. The film was directed by Marvel's first African American, who now holds the records for the largest opening for an African American director, Ryan Coogler. Black Panther is now also the second biggest opening for Marvel behind the Avengers. The success of this film has definitely broken down cinematic barriers as well as records, and it definitely changes the game as far as diversity goes in front and behind of the camera. Black Panther is definitely a milestone for the African American community. That is all I have this week for you Patriots. Thanks for tuning in. I love to keep you updated on the latest celebrity gossip. Go ahead and follow me on my social media at Rosemary DC. Once again, thanks for watching. I can't wait to see you next week on the couch.
Hello Patriots, my name is Valerie Preactor. Here is this week's sports report. Freshman women's basketball player Nicole Cardano-Hillary was named the U.S. Basketball Writers Association National Freshman Player of the Week last Tuesday. The point guard from Madrid, Spain, scored 19 points and had 6 rebounds and 2 assists against VCU and St. Bonaventure. And this Monday, she was awarded Atlantic 10 Co-Rookie of the Week. This is the 5th time this season she has either won or shared this honor. For her entirety of the season, she has scored double figures in all 28 games and is ranked 3rd in the Atlantic 10 for scoring. In Kingston, Rhode Island, the Patriots set 3 Atlantic 10 championship records in distance events for track and field. Junior Blaine Lacey and senior Nathan Schultz won golds, and Mason men and women's teams both finished 2nd. The 4x800 meter relay of Logan Miller, Cameron Stephen, Schultz and Lacey broke the A10 championship record with a time of 7 minutes and 36 seconds, winning by only 4 seconds. Also, winning golds were sprinters Rico Gomez and Tyler Benson. Several Patriots will be running again with the Mason Last Chance meet on Sunday in the Fieldhouse. At the Charleston Crab House Challenge at Joseph Riley Jr. Park in Charleston, South Carolina, the Mason baseball team started strong with 6 runs scored in the first inning, but couldn't keep up the lead as Louisville topped them 15-8 for the final score. Freshman Scott Morgan provided the major hit, belting a 3-run home run over the right field fence. This homer and 3 RBIs were the first of his collegiate career. The Patriots will be back on the field in Lexington, South Carolina, playing against Butler in a 4-game series starting Friday. The softball team split their series in Madeira Beach Showcase. The Patriots lost against Monmouth 5-3, but beat ACU 6-2. Junior Jess Cabrera collected 2 hits, and junior Maria Vitalich was back in the circle and struck out 5 in one game. Sydney Wells hit her first home run of the season, but 5th of her all-time career. Sophomore pitcher Becca Ansbro threw 6 innings, allowing only 1 earned run, and struck out 4 to get her first win of the season. The Lady Patriots, who are now 2-3, will play in Charleston Southern Tournament next weekend before they're returning to Fairfax for their home opener. That's all for the weekly sports update. Stay tuned for our roundtable discussion regarding the recent events in Parkville, Florida. Reporting for Mason Cable News, I'm Valerie Preactor.
Last Wednesday, a 19-year-old student with his semi-automatic rifle came into Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida, and killed 17 people, leaving 14 others injured. The Valentine's Day shooting marks the 7th school shooting in 2018, which has resulted in 22 deaths. Many in the community and around the nation have covered the events, including 4th Estate newspaper's editorial supporting the high school students and WGMU's The Spin Room recounting the events. Mason Cable News sends its love and condolences to the victims' families and the community. Students have planned the March for Our Lives protest slated for March 24th in Washington, D.C. The march is not a political issue, but rather organized around the goal of school safety. Affiliate marches have been planned around the nation, including in Los Angeles, Chicago, Miami, Las Vegas, San Francisco, New York City, and Dallas. There's also a national high school walkout slated for April 20th, the 19th anniversary of the Columbine shooting. Very limited action has been done on the issue, but there seems to be clear signs on mobilization. What are your thoughts about it?
Well, personally, I know that they have a very strong speech and debate program down there, and I think that if anyone is going to be able to really make a difference, I think that it'll be those students who are speaking out, getting people organized. I've watched some of their testimonies. They've been all over the internet, and it's just so powerful what these students are able to say and use their words to accomplish.
Absolutely.
I think it's inspiring how they're coming off of this tragedy and turning it into something that's going to be really important. And on such these tentative dates like the Columbine shooting, the 20th anniversary, I think it's really important for them to show them that they can make it work and be better than what they are now and what has happened.
I totally agree, and I think that the generation that is coming up behind us that is getting ready to vote, their energy is full and they are ready to make a difference. Totally.
Absolutely.
Definitely. Thank you for tuning in, Patriots. You can keep up to date with news on and off campus if you follow us on Instagram at MCN on TV, on Twitter and Facebook at Mason Cable News, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Mason Cable Network. My name is Kirsten Robinson.
I'm Valerie Preactor.
And I'm Alexis Whitted. Have a wonderful week.